You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Last week on Enterprise Planning, I told you about the episode Horizon. Let me start that again so I can do the last week on voice. Last week on Enterprise Planning. Hi, we are Enterprise Splaining, the podcast where we explain Star Trek Enterprise to each other and to you. I'm Jamie, and these are my co-hosts, Maria.
Hello.
And Bill.
Hello.
And we have another guest today. Jen is back. Hi, Jen. Can you remind our listeners, just in case they forgot, who you are?
Well, my name is Jennifer Hathorn. I am a longtime Trekker and loving all of the Trek, all that there is, and especially Enterprise. It's,
Really?
Really big.
I'm falling in love again.
I mean, based on this episode, I'm not sure that this is the best representation of this show. But today our mission is a second contact. So last week I told Bill and Maria and Jen what happened on the Star Trek Enterprise episode Horizon. They have now watched it and are back with their thoughts. But we recommend that you go listen to last week's episode before you listen to this one, because this is sort of a continuation of that one. But before we get to that, want to remind everybody that we have merch. Yes, we have merch available. T-shirts. You can find the link to it in our show notes. Every week we always are like, oh, you have to go to ESO Network. And it's like, yes, but I've also been putting the link in the show notes. That's probably an easier way to get there. And we have shirts with our logo, and we also have the cutest Porthos Appreciation Society shirts with a very cute design by Ina Buns. So please go buy some cute Porthos t-shirts. Last week on Enterprise Planning, I told you about the episode Horizon.
Why did you betray me? I can't stand this anymore.
I told you about the episode Horizon, where the writers of the show suddenly remembered 47 episodes into the series that there's a character named Travis, and maybe they should write a storyline for him.
Maybe. Should they?
They didn't work that hard on it.
We meet his mom and his brother and a friend and a blonde lady and also something Frankenstein.
Correct.
So let's get into it. What did you guys think? Can we start, since we have a guest, can we start with Jen?
Of course.
Oh, yes. Okay, some thoughts.
Okay.
Welcome to Enterprise Splaining. I have thoughts.
I had some thoughts. I feel like the overall idea of this was summed up best by my spouse saying, "Starfleet be gentrifying space." This is
True.
just going where nobody has boldly gentrified before. The story of two brothers, one taken away into the stars to explore, and another brother having to stay home and take care of family. And
yeah, but also in the stars, getting to travel around. So
getting to travel around, but it's a touching story in that way, in that very specific way. But in other ways, having a Starfleet officer come in and say, after being gone for so long, and then just saying, "Oh, I just want to come in here and do anything I want," and it just starts touching things and messing with things, and I don't know.
Okay, older and younger brothers. That's an extremely powerful story.
Yeah, it's tale as old as time,
A tale as old as time, and obviously TNG did that when Picard went back to his family vineyard after being taken over by the Borg and stuff, and they played that out so much better. Travis a good, like, the actor who plays Travis, is he a good actor? Like, or is he hampered by the direction of this? Is like, no, I know you are an adult human man, but you need to play this as an 8-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's both. I felt like this episode felt weird because he feels like the younger brother because he's written like he's a child.
Yes.
And the younger brother felt like the older brother because he's the one stepping up and taking responsibility.
That's the weirdest thing about Travis. That's the weird thing about Travis in this show is that he has literally the most experience of traveling in deep space.
Yep.
He should be the most jaded, but they just treat him like he's a child.
I think it's a really good question, Bill, around Anthony Montgomery and whether he is, what sort of an actor he is. And I'm sure this was early on in his career, all of those things. And I think Jamie's right. I think he was directed poorly, but I don't think this was his best work. In the scene where he finds out his father is dead, and he's up on the ceiling, and Archer shows up, and it's almost cruel to put those two in a room together because Scott Bakula
was like acting circles around him.
Yeah, he was acting circles around him because that's what Scott Bakula does, right? One of the things he did so well in Quantum Leap and doesn't get to do nearly enough on this show is empathy. And he just knew the right thing to say. And even though, like, I think the show is working against him at all the time, I think he did a great job in that scene, but it just sort of showcased that Anthony Montgomery really didn't. He just felt, and you said it, Jamie, he was really wooden.
That was a scene where I was like, oh, it's kind of weird. I never knew whether Anthony Montgomery was a good actor or not because they've never given him any parts to play with. And this was the first time that they gave his character a little bit of range, and it was a little weak. It wasn't awful, but I mean, you can tell he's just early in his career. He's not quite there yet. I don't know. I've seen a lot worse acting on Star Trek before, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I was just actually wondering what he's done, what he did after this, because this might have been his first big role.
Oh, sure.
Let's take a look. Let's see what else
but yeah,
he's done.
Folks,
he was in General Hospital.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I feel like a lot of actors can get by on charm, and I think he's one of the actors that gets by on charm. If he gets a part that's got a little too much in it, he's may not be able to handle it, but he's so charming that you kind of don't care.
Leading into Archer relating to Travis about his, I almost considered joining onto a cargo ship, but I didn't. Why didn't you? Well, that's a long story. This plays into my theory that that Jonathan Archer, quote unquote, is actually the evil twin who replaced him on this. Well, you see, I was actually in prison, and then my brother got sick and died. So that's my little fan fiction there.
You guys, I'm sorry. I have IMDb open, and I shouldn't let myself be distracted. But Anthony Montgomery in the year 2000 was in a movie called Leprechaun 5: In the Hood.
Oh,
wow!
Movie.
I remember that.
Oh, great movie!
Oh my goodness, that's a great movie. Oh,
how did it compare to Leprechauns 1 through 4?
It's not a good movie, but it is a great movie.
Ah, okay, got it.
It's a great movie. Yes. I cannot stress how much you should add whimsy to any hardcore urban fiction.
That's fair.
Yeah, so the brother against brother stuff, I didn't really particularly care for how it was played out. Although I will say that upgrading someone else's system without their permission, completely uncool.
Oh yeah, super shitty.
Beyond being in a starship, just somebody's computer system, unfucking cool. Yep. And even the mom checked in with, is like, I'm the chief engineer. You should. You should have checked in with me before you did this. It's
the kind of stuff that you would Wesley would have done.
Yeah.
They rate him like a teenager.
That's
like a teenager.
What it is. That's exactly what it is. They rate him like Wesley.
The way he's just like Captain Archer said this, and whoever did that. Like he kept bringing up people from the Enterprise, like they're like famous or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably are famous, to be fair.
Well,
but also like in a way where he's like the kid who went and did a summer intern and came back and now acts like he knows everything.
Yes, that's what it is.
It's an outrageous French accent.
One other thing, because surprise, surprise, most of my comments are about the movie night stuff. The Archer conversation about your dad recommended you for Starfleet, that should have been given to the mom at the end of the episode. That should have been the period to this, of like after Travis is dealing with all of this, and it was like,
you're in the right place. Keep going.
You're in the right, like
yeah.
your dad never told, like your Captain Archer wouldn't tell you this, but your dad sent this letter to, that's where that should have belonged emotionally.
Or just,
I agree completely.
like, your dad didn't talk to you, but here's what he told me. Like,
Yeah.
here's what... It was weird now that I think about it. Other than, obviously, it was obvious there were points where they were still dealing with grief. The father was really not brought up very much.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing that I realized, like, Travis didn't have enough emotion. Like, he just found, like, the rest of the crew and the rest of his family have had 6 months to process their grief. And, you know, so it's still going to come up for, 6 weeks. Still.
Yeah.
They've had more
But
time to process their grief. And yes, it's still going to come up. And I agree with you, Jamie. It probably should have come up more. But I feel like Travis should have been heartbroken through this whole thing in a way that he really was not.
He should have gone into his father's cabin is now his brother's cabin, but they should have been a scene. They should have visually allowed him to process this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they like let the father die, had one scene, and then they're like, all right, we're done. And it would be like periodically brought up, like they had to just remind us.
This whole series feels like it's on fast forward. Like, I know that I joke about watching this show on 1.25 speed, but this whole series feels like it's on 1.25.
They just didn't feel like putting that much effort into the main plot. Like, and I think you brought this up last week, Jamie, where, you know, at the very end where Travis is like, everything was fine, there was no problem, when he had literally just told his brother he was gonna have Trip fix the mine on their ship or whatever. That is such a stupid little continuity error.
There was a weird symmetry in this episode between Travis talking to his mother, talking about his adventures, and downplaying the danger of that, which I get. You're talking to your mother.
Yeah, of course.
You don't want to, but then also him going back to Enterprise and saying, "You have some damage on your." Don't worry. It must be a meteorite. That
it made no sense.
Did not make sense. Yeah.
I guess unless he's like, you're my dad now.
It's weird that there was not one scene of him talking to anyone from the Horizon where they're reminiscing about his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was brought up. There was, he kept everything in his head, so there's no records. Like, he was mentioned, but there was not like the scene with the blonde girl, instead of the weird jumping on the bed thing, what if they were reminiscing about his dad coming in and finding them and how mad he was or something? Like bring the dad up.
So when Cute Chick said, "Let's turn off the grab plating and jump on the bed," sex talk.
That was for sure sex talk.
That was
It was
definitely an X.
And he went completely over his head. I was like, God damn it, Travis. You were right there.
In traditional Enterprise fashion, I don't think we ever even got her name, did we?
No. That's why I kept calling her blonde girl.
Mysterious X.
She is a named character, but
is she an X? As far as we know, all they did was jump on the bed.
I think they were trying to make it be we were kids together thing.
Right.
But I don't really understand what her purpose was, because there was that other dude.
Her purpose was to bring in the exposition, but I thought it was weird that the other guy didn't in it, because there was the first scene where he saw and he's like, whoa, hey, let's catch up later. And then they never did. We saw them in the room together, but they were always working.
Right.
Her purpose was to bring in the idea that the crew doesn't think that the younger...
But the other guy that we were already introduced to could have done it.
Exactly. I think they just wanted a pretty white girl. I mean,
I can't believe I'm mad about them adding a woman to the show. Like, usually I love when there's women on the show, because we get it so rarely. But again, it's always, I feel like this goes, the like love interest or mother, there were two women and she was 100% love interest.
Yeah.
She was there to be a love interest and nothing else.
Childhood friend in anime terms.
Oh my goodness.
So we had a love interest and a mother in the episode.
Yeah.
Those were the only women.
Oh.
Excuse me. There was. Well, I want to bring this sequence up because in the sequence where in the mess where Travis brings up that strawberry shortcake, like he had real strawberry shortcake and it didn't taste right.
I loved
that was great.
Scene.
There was an Asian woman in the background, like as they walked
on the
out.
bridge. There was a woman in the background, and she had some lines. I think she was like saying "yes, sir" or something. She was
this cargo ship has a bunch more diversity than Enterprise. A bunch more.
They have more than one black person.
Yeah. As someone who grew up in the 70s having the fake grape flavor, talking about like, well, real grapes don't taste correct. Yeah, I appreciated that scene.
I like that scene a lot too, and I thought I just felt like there were so many little things like that they could have done better. I mean, and there were some really sweet moments, like his mom making up his room is such a mom thing.
Oh, that was amazing.
Kicking out whoever was in there because she was like, my son's coming home, get out.
Why was there not a Bikini Girl poster pasted
I was so mad, or a band or something, man. I was so bummed.
Can we move on to movie night? I really want to talk
need to, because I have something to
Go
say.
Please do.
Take it away.
Well, wait, before
We had one-
excuse me, I'm hosting, guys. Before we get to that, does anyone else have anything else on the main storyline?
The only thing, which is a very small thing, was, and Stephen brought this up, and I think he makes a good point. So when Archer's talking to Travis on the ceiling and comforting him, and he tells him what his dad said. His dad said, "You'll never find a better stick and rudder man." I was like,
yeah.
And Stephen was like, "Do you think that phrase would survive? Like, does it even mean anything?"
It could. I feel like we have a lot of phrases that nowadays, if you think about them, don't make sense because they're based on now my brain is empty, but I 100% know we have phrases like that.
Sure.
That are based on obsolete technology.
Like when we hit record.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Or that the save icon is still a diskette.
What in fact is a floppy disk?
But I thought it was a good point because it was a strange turn of phrase. It sort of took me out of it a little bit to some degree.
What did you guys think of Travis's V-neck over another V-neck outfit?
So weird.
I can see wearing a scoop or like a round neck shirt as an undershirt under a V-neck makes sense, but V-neck over a V-neck, it looked very silly.
The latest fashion.
Double V-neck.
That's one of the weird things about TV is that you can't, like, as most people just do, they just wear a t-shirt. They just wear like one layer. You cannot do that in television because you just look like a blueberry. You have to have textures over textures. Yeah,
And then the other scene, the other thing that I thought was cute was the scene where Trip gives Travis all of his photographs.
Yeah, I love that.
Was very, very cute. But man, Trip's a bad photographer.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you guys also paused.
Because what he said was he wanted to show his family what their boy had been doing. And I was like, don't say boy.
Oh.
Don't say that. You say son, say child, say offspring, say something else. Because as soon as he said it, I was like, don't say that.
Yeah. How dare you, Florida man.
Florida man. The whole idea behind going home and you can't go home again, these kinds of things.
Right.
It made me feel bad for Mayweather because, I think he wanted it so bad. He wanted it to be just like it was before, so bad. And then when it wasn't, it was just stumbling and bumbling and stumbling through the whole thing. And I having been through a similar situation myself growing up, just going away from home. And I know y'all understand that about, it makes it a little bit bittersweet that, that storyline, because just to, sum up like, hey, if you're going home again, try to take it easy. I know you're excited, but
Yeah.
take it easy on the people who you're
like
coming home
your
to.
first summer home from college.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the unspoken thing for this is that it's like the transition from horse and carriage to the railroad. Like, this way of life is over. Like, whether you like it or not. Like, I know that your entire family's life is built around this, but like, this new way of life is coming. But
That's hard,
it
though.
wasn't.
That's really hard.
It's extreme, and it would be great if they could have addressed that. But
and as you said, Bill, I like this better when Picard did it. You know, Picard. That was a beautiful, fantastic. Like, that was a really great episode.
A man who has been to the extremes of space, going back to a guy who is making wine.
They didn't take anything far enough.
Yeah,
like, they didn't take Travis's grief far enough. They didn't take the rivalry between the brothers far enough. And I also think part of that was Travis never seemed really angry. He just mostly seemed confused. But I think he was supposed to be angry when his brother kicked him out, even though his brother was in the right. And again, hard to tell whether that's a director's choice.
There's a point where his younger brother says, "Don't make me confine you to quarters." It would have been so great if his brother had confined him to quarters. Like, let's go to those extremes.
Agreed. Yeah. And I mean, I know it had to happen, that Travis had to be right, and the weapons had to solve the problem or whatever, but I feel like it would have been better if they hadn't, like, it would have been more powerful.
Just more of a blow up. Like, we saw Travis's brother blow up at Travis, but we never really saw Travis blow up at his brother. Like, he never got to the end of, he never got to the point where he was like, hey, I would have actually liked to see him say something like, look, like, this way of life is out of date now. Like, I actually do know more. You're on this old ass ship. I know all these new things. I could be helping you. Like, why aren't you listening to me? Why are you even still out here on the freighter when, like, there's newer ships that could be doing this better right now.
Yeah, you could get all these upgrades. There's all this new technology, and I can help you with that. And oh, by the way, I mean, I know the guy, like, I agree that he had no business making changes to the ship without telling him. But at the same time, like, you could just teach your mom, the chief engineer, how to make those repairs. Knowledge can be transferred from one human being to another.
Yeah, again, this is like them treating Travis like a child, and again, making him one note, which is how he's always been. Yeah. Like, we've never seen Travis angry. I would have really liked to see him angry, even if he's wrong, even if he's just like the college student who's coming back and thinks he knows everything and is, talking down to his family. I would have loved that. But, like, I just want to see more from that character. And I do feel like we got more in this episode, but that's because the bar's been so low, and it still wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah, I think it was great to have a Travis-focused storyline. I think that's the most Black people we've seen on this show ever, in one place. I think all of those things are great.
Hey, there was that one unconscious woman.
Yeah, but there were like 5 Black people on this episode, different Black people on this episode.
Yes.
And that is unheard of for this show. So anyway.
So speaking of that, how about the white people, guys?
What about the white people, guys? What about the white people?
What did you guys think of the Frankenstein?
I gotta move on to Paul, because Paul is right. She's right the whole time.
Yeah.
Those dudes are wrong, and they're sexist. I changed my whole mind about what I said last time about Archer. Like, his ass needs to be totally told off for because the ball did not want to go. And look, when she says no, that should have been the end of the whole discussion. Like, she doesn't want to go. She's not interested in your stupid movie. Okay.
You guys, Jen texted me a video of herself this weekend effectively literally saying that. She was so mad. She was like, what the hell is this HR bullshit?
Oh my god, I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop myself.
No means no.
No means no. Okay. Public service announcement. Everybody at home.
But she's also the first officer. The first officer's job is to insulate.
Is not to watch Frankenstein.
Well, no, the first officer's job is to deal with the crew and to insulate the captain. But she was also into it once she saw this, so I had so many thoughts about DePaul's thoughts on Frankenstein.
I liked the idea that Tripp was like, you would like this movie. I think you would enjoy this movie.
I liked it between the two of them because they have a long history of being friends, and it's normal to have a friend be like, I don't want to see this movie, and you being like, come on, I think you'll love it. Like that, to me, that feels like normal friend behavior. The Archer stuff just felt completely
awful,
different than me. Different than that.
And it was like, I don't know, like there was that scene where Tripp is trying to convince her, and she's like, I'll think about it, and he walks away as Archer's walking in. And they kind of exchange a look, and that's what triggers Archer to try to convince her to come, and ask her out on that weird half date thing that apparently
Tripp trying to convince T'Pol to watch Frankenstein is Bill trying to convince me to watch Highlander.
Oh. But really, though, you should watch Highlander. It was pretty awesome.
Well played, Jamie. Very well played.
And Jamie is checking her data pad in the middle of the film.
I know, it was really funny that this was before smartphones, and she was basically texting while she was watching the movie.
Yeah.
This is my note, is that T'Pol checking her data pad in the movie, and then Phlox talking during the movie, both of them in the air like, out, go! You are dead.
I found it very ironic that T'Pol was the one who called Phlox out on that after she 30 seconds ago got told off for using her phone or using her pad. She's like, now she cares.
No, I had a little bit of because I'm a little bit of a movie talker myself. If something gets me into it, I just get into it.
As long as you're talking about the movie, it's okay.
But also, it's different when you're in like a movie theater.
In a theater is different.
Yeah, in a theater. Yeah. The live experience is just, and I've been in those situations where I'm just like, and people have been looking at me and going,
reacting to a movie is okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, Phlox, the way he was just so excited, like that is so creepy.
That scene was so funny, and there was a scene at the end of that scene at the end of the scene where they're watching the movie where Archer offers her popcorn, and the scene where she took the popcorn made me laugh so hard. The look on her face, I wrote it like, I actually wrote it down. She was like, it was adorable. She just like grabbed a fistful and shoveled it into her mouth and like hunched down like an angry teenager. It was so funny. And then in the background behind her, Phlox starts paying attention to the movie and just starts laughing. Nobody else is reacting in any other way. It's great. That it was like 30 seconds of a
horror movie.
Wonderful. Yeah. He's like, this is great. Fantastic. And T'Pol 100% had it right about Frankenstein. Like
the way they like were rolling their eyes at her. Like, can you believe this woman?
Are you guys rooting for Victor Frankenstein? Are you rooting for the doctor?
For the not a Dr. Frankenstein?
It was not. Yeah, that was really strange.
In typical Enterprise fashion, they completely ignored the scientific wonder of the situation they were going to admire. That was a C-plot.
Yeah, that scene where they're talking about Frankenstein, and Hoshi's like, look outside, guys.
A planet is being destroyed.
She knew they weren't looking. She knew they were absolutely not paying attention. So she's like, you guys should look outside. Because it was right there.
Some microbial life that has never existed before is being destroyed. Should we save it?
Crazy.
Let's watch Frankenstein.
It was wild.
No.
I thought it was meh episode. Like I enjoyed the B plot. I thought that was kind of fun to. I mean, I had high hopes because I was so excited for a Travis focused episode,
Travis.
but
I didn't think the acting was good in the A episode. I thought it was.
I think that's true. I think that's right.
Jen, as somebody who hasn't watched Enterprise in a long time, what did you think?
Let me give credit where credit is due. There's some practical effects in this one that's pretty good for Trek. I mean, especially in that time period where, probably budgets were real slim. And, and so, the hanging upside down, the anti-grav stuff was really cool. The like working on the horizon where the sparks and stuff like flying around, which, really cool practical effects on there. I mean, I thought, Enterprise, the ship was very beautiful. The models were really gorgeous. And I think, so I'm going to give that some credit there. The visuals were really, really cool. The story, I give it a B plus. I give it a B plus.
I appreciate that I'll be a perfect gentleman, quote unquote, has become a runner in this show.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Archer asks her out on a date.
Call HR. Where's HR?
But to your point, Jen, I have been impressed with a lot of the effects on this show. For the time, it's really surprising. And I actually did make a note that there was one scene where the effects were quite bad. Like I noticed, I don't know, there's a scene I think it was in the cockpit of the Horizon where it's clearly a green screen and it was so fuzzy. It was really poorly done. And I was surprised because at least you can count on effects being pretty good.
Yeah, the fact that you noticed it as bad is surprising.
Yeah.
Is it better or worse that they go with bonkers episodes with bad stuff like Terra Nova and Unexpected, or that they go with boring episodes where it's like the older son doesn't understand the younger son? It's like
I didn't find that boring. I find human drama interesting.
Right.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think Terra Nova I found boring because it didn't have any. It didn't really have anything.
Yeah,
Right.
but I think what Bill's point is for Enterprise, because it's going to be bad regardless.
Is it better that they're crazy?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. And I think probably I would say it's better to go bonkers. Certainly that is true with regards to being on this show because it's way more fun when it's bonkers.
Enough.
But I think that at least if it's crazy and all over the place, at least you have something to watch other than because those tend to be more action driven. Those tend to be, you're not dealing, like you said, you're not dealing with long kind of complex human emotions and actors who need to act well. You can kind of get away with a lot more in a crazy episode. But yeah, but at the same time, I think that most of the actors on the show are very good.
I actually am not a big fan of actiony stuff, and I feel like the actiony stuff in that kind of drama needs to be there to move the characters forward. In this episode, I felt like they did that. Did they do it well? Debatable. But I do feel like I love a story that's focused on a character and there's plot that happens, but it's happening so that we learn something or the character learns. We learn something about the character or the character learns something about themselves. And I felt like this was a human drama episode, and that's why I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so should we move on to Memory Alpha?
Please.
Sure.
All right, so this is our segment that we call Memory Alpha, which is about a weird or funny page that I found on Memory Alpha. Today, I decided to look at the Memory Alpha page for Horizon, the starship.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
wow, this was weird. And this was just on offhand. I was like, what am I going to do today? Let me just look at this. So when you type in Horizon Memory Alpha, there's two choices. It's it's Horizon the episode or Horizon Starship. So obviously I want Horizon Starship. So I go to the page for Horizon Starship. And the first sentence is, the Horizon was an early Federation starship that was in service during the mid-22nd century. And I'm like, that's weird. There's no Federation yet.
Was there another Horizon?
That's what I was thinking. Also, it's a private freighter. It just feels this just seemed a little weird, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The next sentence is, around 2168, the Horizon discovered the planet Sigma Iotia 2, located on the outer reaches of the galaxy. While there, the crew of the Horizon made first contact with the planet's inhabitants, the Eotians. And now I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Jen, are you familiar with original series?
Yes, I am.
Okay, because I'm not. But I know Bill also is.
Sure.
Do you guys know the episode called A Piece of the Action?
Oh my god. The gangster planet. Oh my
Yes,
god.
the Gangster Planet episode.
Did Travis's family create the gangster planet?
Oh.
Jen, do you remember how the Gangster Planet became Gangster Planet?
I am not exactly.
Okay.
I remember the gangsters, but I do not remember the origins of the gangsters. Please tell me. Please tell me.
God.
Bill, can you tell us how Gangster Planet became Gangster Planet?
Well, the only thing I remembered is that they were visited by a Federation starship, and they left a book on the planet that was about Chicago gangsters in the 1920s. The people of the planet were extremely adaptable. They decided to base everything on their planet based on
The book.
It's very Galaxy Quest.
Oh,
Now, what if I told you in this episode that we just watched, when we're in Travis's room, there is a bookshelf, and if you look at the bookshelf, the mobster book is on the shelf.
Oh my god! Travis's brother created the gangster planet. Oh my god, you
love
fuck up!
Wow.
What a great callback! Wow.
I don't know how cool
So
or bad that is. I don't know. I was like,
This episode that we watched took place in 2153, and apparently the date that the Horizon visited that planet is 2168.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
How amazing would it be if Travis showed up? It's like, hey, here's this great book, Mom. I think you would like this.
Yeah, how interesting, and what a fun little subtle way to do it. That is very not like Enterprise writers. Like, somebody must have given them this idea, because that is a very like nuanced way to do
Amazing.
that, as opposed to we should build some sort of federation or
Yeah.
Oh, this makes me so happy.
The reason I originally went to the Memory Alpha page is because I couldn't remember what warp speed the ship could go.
Mhm.
So I went to the page to check, and then I was like, what is this? I'm so confused, because everything on the page, like, it doesn't even mention Travis. Like, everything on the page was about this other episode. I was like, what is this?
That's amazing.
Apparently it did say that the writers have said that it's probably not the same ship, because it doesn't really make sense.
Lie.
Since it's a cargo ship, it doesn't make sense for them to have been in that part. But it kind of sounds like maybe they had just named it the Horizon, and then they realized there was this other episode, or I don't know, or maybe they were just trying to make an allusion to it.
probably
But,
Lie.
That's a lie.
they did add the book to the bookshelf in his room as a little Easter egg.
I love that.
This is the part I miss about original series, was because they didn't have the holodeck. If they just wanted to do a fucked up episode, it's like, here's a planet where it's ancient Rome and Jesus showed up and we just missed him. And it's like, oh no, here's a Nazi, Nazi planet. It's like, and they get to TNG. It's like, we want to do a detective show. It's the holodeck.
Right.
Although they still are like, but what if we did a planet that was just like Irish people from the early 20th century for some reason?
Yeah, well.
We will never explain it.
How great would it be if DS9 was like, we've discovered a planet where they play baseball from 1929 and there's no explanation.
All right, so that was today's Memory Alpha.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that is the episode. Thank you all for listening. Next episode, Bill is going to be telling us about the episode The Breach.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I was about to read these. It's like, if there's a guest, thank the guest and ask them. And I'm like, that is not supposed to read that verbatim. Jen, thank you so much for coming again. It was great to have you. Where can our listeners find out more about you? Where can they find you on the internet?
Well, I am at The Wellness Check, at Your Wellness Check on YouTube and TikTok, and I'm Jennifer Hathorn on all other social media platforms. Come see me. Thank you so much for having me. This has been so amazing. Thank you all. This has been just so much fun.
Thanks for coming, Jen. This was great.
Yeah.
And special thanks to our producer, K.O. Myers at Particulate Media, to our friend David for our beautiful cover art, and to John Stephen King for being the voice of our computer. If you liked the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast app of choice and tell your friends about it. We would really appreciate that. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as @EnterprisePlaining and on Blue Sky as @EnterprisePlain. You can also email us any comments or questions such as, if you were going to visit some weird planet that inexplicably is something from the past, what would it be? To enterpriseplaining@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. If you want to support this podcast, you can find us at Buy Me a Coffee as Enterprise Plaining. We will see you next week. Bye.
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 Oh, wait. We lost.
We just lost Jen.
She got sick of us.
She's like, I'm out.
Enough of this.
I'm done.
I'm done talking about Star Trek.
I'm like, I want to keep talking.
Why am I spending an hour of my life talking about Star Trek Enterprise?
Everyone these days could use a little support, and your friends at the ESO Network are no different. With the ESO Network Patreon, the cool thing is when you help support us, it's you who will benefit. With 4 tiers starting for as little as 25 cents a week, you can listen to some of your favorite network podcasts early, hear exclusive content, maybe get some ESO swag, or even possibly take a shot at the geek seat. All you need to do is sign up at patreon.com/ESO Network.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.